Today we're going to take a look at the Glif, a tripod mount and stand for smartphones. Use the Glif to attach your smartphone to a tripod to take better pictures and video. Let's take a look at the Glif. It comes in this cardboard tube. And inside, you'll find three items: the Glif adjustable tripod mount, a hex or Allen key for adjusting the tripod mount, and a keychain attachment. So if you like to take pictures or videos with your smartphone, sometimes it's really helpful to be able to mount it to a camera tripod to hold it still, or so you can get out in front of the camera yourself, and the Glif will help you do that. The idea is that each side of the Glif has these quarter 20 screws on it, which is the standard size for tripod mount. And then you can use this hex key to adjust each end of the Glif. So if we put the key in the Glif and we turn it clockwise, that adjusts the distance, making the stand smaller. And if we turn it counterclockwise, the space gets bigger. So the idea is that you would place your smartphone in the Glif. Okay, here I have an iPhone 5S with a case on it. And you can see it's currently a little too small. So let's crank that a little bit bigger. And now it kind of fits in. And then you would turn the key to tighten it down. So a few things I noticed about it is you want to give some thought to where you line up the Glif on the phone. Make sure you don't align it over any of the buttons, especially like the volume buttons, which are also used for the shutter. And then obviously make sure you mount it with the camera in the orientation that you want, whether you want the camera on the top or the bottom. And then the other thing is you want to really kind of make sure it's straight. Then once you tighten that up, it actually holds pretty good. I mean, I just keep tightening it until the phone doesn't slide. I suppose you could tighten it up so much that you actually dent the phone, but all right, so that looks pretty good. All right, so now the phone is mounted in the Glif, and then what you would do is you would mount that, they call that a quarter 20 adapter. You would mount that to a camera tripod. I have a small ball head here just to sort of demonstrate what that would look like. So this ball head would attach to a tripod as well. All right, so now I have the Glif is the iPhone 5S is in the Glif, and then the Glif is attached to the tripod head, ball head, and then you can adjust the angle of the ball head. You know, the ball head is not included with the Glif. It's generally part of your tripod setup. And then you would have this would be attached to your tripod. And then from there, you're just able to use your camera and be able to get a nice steady shot for photos or for video as well. So I like the Glif, and I would definitely recommend it. I can tell you a few more things about it. So one thing is nice is that the Glif will work with other smartphones. I've used it with the Nokia Lumia 920. I've also used it with the Google Nexus 5. So the Glif is made by this company called Studio Neat. You can see studioneat.com. And originally the Glif was just for the iPhone 4 and 4S, and they actually funded the development through Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding website where you can raise money to do projects. And it was very successful. They later did a model for the iPhone 5. And then I think they had a couple other models before they came up with this design, which is the one that will work with any smartphone. So I really like this because, as you could see, I had 3 different smartphones, and I can use this with each of the phones. Now, I don't know how much I would trust this, like if I was going to mount this on the end of a pole or like a boom and then really be moving it around a lot. It might begin to slip if it's not tight enough, and you could maybe knock the phone out. But for just mounting it on a tripod, it's a very, very good solution. It will fit over a lot of different phones. It doesn't matter whether you have a case or not. I think the original Glif didn't work if you had a case on your phone. So I can also show you, there's another mode you can use this. As a stand. The idea is you clip your phone like this, and then you can use the Glif to prop up the phone, and the opposite side works the same way. You can turn the hex bolt counterclockwise to make that space bigger so that the phone would fit in. And then you just kind of decide where you wanted to position it to hold your phone. Obviously you could tighten that up. The stand mode really doesn't do much for me. I don't really need to prop up my phone in a stand. But I mean, I guess if you're carrying this with you and you want to be able to watch back some videos or be able to just prop your phone up to read it, it's useful. The other thing they had was they have this, they call it a keychain attachment, and it screws into either end of the Glif. And the idea is you could carry this on a keychain. Now, I'm not sure I would really carry this along with my keys. Maybe you could put a keychain attachment on it and kind of attach it to your backpack or your bag or your belt or whatever if you were going out and taking a lot of photos. That's a little bit too big for me to carry around on my key ring, but it's a nice idea. They also include the Allen or hex wrench in the kit. It looks like it's a 5/32 bolt pattern. I thought actually it would be cool, since they made the keychain attachment for the for the stand, if they actually had a hex wrench that had a keychain attachment as well, or was molded on one end to attach to a keychain, and then you could carry both the Glif and the wrench at once. Or if the tube was plastic, well, something a little bit more sturdy than this kind of recycled cardboard, and then you could attach the whole container to maybe a lanyard or something like that. But I think it's a pretty nice product. I would recommend it. Now, it is kind of expensive. It's $30, and I ordered mine on Amazon.com, so I got free shipping. Like maybe I was ordering some other things too, so I got the free shipping with over $35 order. And if I had to do it, I would order it again. I think it's a worthwhile product. I've been spending a lot of time taking photos and making videos with my smartphones. I think it's kind of cool to have all that integrated functionality in the phone that you carry around with you every day. So I'll be also using this in some future videos that I make for some DIY projects and just different uses. All right, well, I think that's about it. If you're interested in finding out more about the Glif, head on over to Tech 128 and check out my article. You'll find a link to that in the video description. You'll also find a link to purchase the Glif on Amazon. If you found this video useful, give it a like on YouTube. If you'd like to see more of our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.